it's never easy to have a game settled on penalties, but it's especially heartbreaking in the way it went today.
Yeah, definitely. Well, first off, obviously congratulations to the Leam Rangers. They defended really well and they came with a game plan and they did it. I think at the end of it, it's a game that we've lost rather than they've won. They've made the most out of the one chance. We've not made the most out of the chances we've got. Penalty shootout. I said to the guys in there, it's all about the 5 stepped up, and then it is what it is. It's a lottery at that point. And Leam Rangers were excellent in terms of the consistency of the penalties and that kind of stuff. Obviously, we were unlucky when they hit the postal one. But in the 90 minutes, that's what we care about. That's what I'm worried about, and we just weren't good enough on the day. It's the top and bottom of it. We were good in spells, but in a game like this, against a low block, against teams who are kind of digging the trench in, you need to be good for the majority of the game and consistently do the right things. And we did the right things in flashes, but then other times we got found out. But I think we probably thought it was going to be an easier game than it turned out to be. From the intensity from the start, we started really strong, but then 10-15 minutes in we kind of settled into a rhythm. And when you're playing against a team in a low block, that's what they want you to do. They want to kind of reduce that intensity to their level, and it's exactly what we did. We fell in the trap, and obviously we saw the consequences.
I suppose the highlights for differences between a league game and a cup game, not least the opposition that you're facing.
Yeah, definitely, and obviously the County Cup is a cup we wanted to do well in, but the top of it is we've now got all focus on the league. And one-off games, teams can do that. Teams can campaign and kind of make it difficult, and get aggressive, get physical, and I think there's a couple of times where I think the refs let some things go, and I think there's a couple of decisions could have gone our way in the penalty box as well. But it is what it is, and in cup games it's an occasion for them, and the pressure's on us to make something happen, and we didn't make something happen at the top and bottom of it. So now we full focus on the league.
Just in terms of things that happened during the game, Scarlett did make a triple save during the second half, which I thought was really impressive.
Yeah, it was brilliant in terms of concentration, because again she had long spells where she had nothing to do, and then she had a 10-second spell where she had 3 one-on-ones to pick out, and she made all 3. There's no fault on Scarlett at all for their goal. It was a great finish. And then the penalty shootout, like I say, if it's a 50-50 chance each time, and she nearly got into one. Obviously got one hit the post, but she'll be disappointed because goalkeepers are penalty shootouts. For some reason, goalkeepers think they're the ones that the odds are in their favour, but realistically, it's in the kicker's favour. So she had a great game today. It's tough sometimes like that to keep the concentration up, and she did it leaps and bounds.
Obviously, the fact that penalties did happen means that we do have a chance now to focus on the league.
Mm-hmm.
So I suppose going forward, that's exactly our focus now.
So it can do, yeah, absolutely. And I said to the girls in there that's all this game does. We put it behind us. It's a one-off, moping about kind of what we could have done differently, what differences, little decisions could have been in the game. There's no point. We'll do that analysis. We'll break it down and we'll look at it from that point of view. But right now, it's about putting it behind us. All right, we're out of the County Cup. Cool. The target at the start of the season was always to get out of our league. That's the target now, and it'll be the target at the end of the season as well.
Do you think Leam Rangers pose a different threat that you might have considered beforehand?
Not really. We knew what they were going to come like, and we just kind of like I say fell into the trap of a low block. We knew what they were going to do. We talked about it midweek. We talked about before the game today, and we did the analysis and stuff. And they've had obviously, like I say, that little fluke with Scarlett got, but then the goal, that's all they've had. And we've been a victim to ourselves rather than the kind of I think Liam defended pretty well, but there were times where we should have been better.
And finally, just to comment on Jazz, I know she did step up and fortunately didn't go in that time, but I suppose it does take quite a lot of confidence to be able to step up in the first place.
Of course it does, and to take the 5th penalty, but I said to Jazz in there, it's like a penalty shootout is a penalty shootout. Like you've got a chance, like all the different variables, the pressure and all that kind of stuff, especially for the 5th one. But we've got to look at Jazz's contribution over the whole season, and she's been phenomenal in terms of obviously the goals she scored from defensive midfield, to be in the heartbeat of the team in terms of getting the play going through her, ticking through, and she's been brilliant this year. And one penalty shootout does not make it like your season like garbage or anything like that. It's all about just compartmentalising it, which is tough. It's a difficult thing to do, but we'll obviously support her through that and moving on, because she's got another 12 games that we've got league games to make the difference, and she absolutely will.